When it comes to manual transmission performance cars, few stand out as much as a Toyota GR Corolla, Hyundai Elantra N, and the Honda Civic Type R. Each of these vehicles bring a unique flavor to the table, offering enthusiasts a blend of power, precision, and that irreplaceable connection between driver and machine that only a manual gearbox can deliver. In this video, I'll dive into what makes each of these cars special, from the GR Corolla's rally-inspired pedigree to the Elantra N's track-ready dynamics to the Honda Civic Type R's legendary performance legacy. Whether you're looking for a daily driver with a manual transmission or a weekend warrior, these three contenders are at the top of the game. Let's shift into gear and see how they stack up against each other. The Civic Type R is one of the best cars you can buy in 2024. It's the most expensive and fastest Civic ever built, and it still holds the record for being the fastest front-wheel drive car. On the outside, it looks a lot more grown-up than the last generation. The car looks much smoother and less poser-like since it doesn't have fake vents. For the current generation, Honda is pursuing excellent aerodynamic performance with thorough attention to detail. Now you have real fender ventilation to reduce pressure in the panel area. The last-gen Type R struggled with overheating issues, so they made the front wider to help increase airflow, which improves cooling and provides additional downforce. Not to mention, there's also a vent on the hood. Under the hood is a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder, producing 300 horsepower and 315 pound-feet of torque. On the inside, you get performance bucket seats. The bolstering is very aggressive to help hold you in place when cornering. I don't have to brace my body against the door like some of the other vehicles. The steering is direct, turning is so sharp, and is super stable when going fast through corners. The power band is very broad, and the shifting lights are really handy when I'm driving the car to the limit. The shifter has even shorter throws than the Elantra N. It feels good and precise. The shift knob is aluminum and it feels smooth in the hand. However, being all metal, I can see it getting very hot to touch in the sun or cold in the winter. Every gear change feels so satisfying, and when you downshift, the rev match feature works perfectly every time. There are 4 drive modes: Eco, Sport, Individual, and R+. There are red carpets in this that make the car look very special, but I can imagine it being a ton of work to keep it clean. The first thing I would buy if I own this car is a set of tux mats. The hatchback styling makes this the most capable of the three if you have a lot of stuff to haul. As a family car, it's good as long as you only have 2 kids, because in the second row, the cup holders are built directly into the middle seat and there's no seat belt there. The Civic Type R has all the good things of a real sports car, like great driver feedback and mechanical feel, while still being practical like a modern Civic. Overall, the Type R is a special machine that pleasures you as a driver. They haven't watered down the Type R brand like AMG and M, which have slapped it on everything. If you have the guts and skills to go fast, this can handle it all. This car is basically daring you to see how fast you can go. Here's everything you need to know about the 2024 Hyundai Elantra N. It's a front-wheel drive 6-speed manual just like the Civic Type R, and it has auto rev matching. It also comes as a DCT if you don't like to roll your own gears. For 2024, it gets refreshed with updated front and rear bumpers and new headlights and taillights. The Hyundai logo is also blacked out and has a matte finish. There are new 19-inch wheel designs that are forged, making them stronger and lighter. They've also updated the key fob to have the egg-shaped design from their other products. Not gonna lie, I'm not the biggest fan of their new key fob design, but this matte black one matching the logo in the Elantra works way better than their silver keys. Under the hood is a 2-liter inline-4 producing 276 horsepower and 289 pound-feet of torque, which is the same as last year, but they claim there are improvements to performance with the reinforced engine mount, new steering components, and updated rear suspension bushings. Without a doubt, this has to be the best sounding factory exhaust, and every time I hear it, it reminds me of why I love internal combustion engines. Hear it out for yourself. Of the 3, this is the only one that has a sunroof. The seats and steering are heated, which is nice for those living in colder climates. On the steering wheel are 2 N buttons. The one on the left toggles between drive modes: Eco, Normal, Sport, and N. The one on the right puts the car into the N standard mode, and if you press it again, it goes into the N custom mode. You can change what these buttons do by long pressing it and changing the settings in the infotainment system. This ref button toggles auto ref matching, but if you go with the automatic version, it's a boost button giving you more power for 20 seconds. Driving around town, I can definitely see myself able to live with this daily thanks to the adaptive suspensions. Inside, the N logo on the seats light up. The shift knob has an updated sphere design and the shifter has short throws. Reverse is accessed by pulling up on this and going next to first gear. Behind the shifter, we find a traditional handbrake, which is my preference over an electrical parking brake. The rear seats are foldable, but there's a brace in the trunk that prevents bulky items to pass through. In the front, it has the same legroom as the Type R, but in the second row you get a little bit more, and you can seat 3 people instead of 2, but there are no cup holders in the middle row. Overall, the cosmetic changes are a really handsome upgrade from the previous model year. If you're a car enthusiast and looking for the ultimate bargain, you definitely want to check out the Elantra N. This is proof that you don't need a crazy amount of money to have a great driving sports car that's comfortable to daily. If you get in one of these, you'll be blown away with what they can do at this price point. The GR Corolla is a hot hatch that has a 1.6-liter turbocharged 3-cylinder engine paired with a 6-speed manual transmission. The engine pushes out 300 horsepower and 276 pound-feet of torque. The exhaust has an aggressive growl. Just listen to how the triple exhaust lets the 3-cylinders sing. The version we have here today is the core model with the circuit hood and wing. All the vents you see around the vehicle are functional, and to take performance to the next level, there's limited slip differentials in the front and the rear. On the inside, the interior is based off the Corolla, so it has a lot of hard plastics, making it feel the cheapest of the 3. I can't comment much on the original seats since the owner swapped them out for these bridge seats. According to him, the Type R has better bolstering straight from the factory. Sitting in these seats, I can say they're extremely aggressive, even more so than the factory seats in the Type R. You have 4 drive modes to choose from: Eco, Normal, Sport, and Custom. The all-wheel drive system is really cool, letting you adjust the power balance. You can send 50 to 70% of the power to the rear, making it ideal for tackling tight corners and spirited driving on the track. Driving the GR Corolla, it feels raw compared to the Type R that's really precise. The power in this feels a little boosty. You have to wait for the power to come, but the grip is incredible, enabling you to maneuver swiftly. On the road, it feels pretty special, but in cities where you get a lot of snow, this is going to come alive. As a daily driver, it's the least practical of the 3, being the smallest and not having adaptive dampers, so the ride stiffness will only have one setting. Ultimately, this isn't just a car. It's a unique experience with its all-wheel drive system, manual transmission, and power that injects adrenaline to the driver while tearing up the roads. This is the wildest vehicle that Toyota has ever built on its own. After putting the Toyota GR Corolla, Hyundai Elantra N, and Honda Type R through its paces, it's clear that these manual transmission heroes offer something special for driving enthusiasts. The Toyota GR Corolla shines with its rally-bred roots, providing a thrilling all-wheel drive experience and a playful, yet controlled driving dynamic. It's the choice for those who want a compact car with big personality and the versatility to tackle various driving conditions. The Hyundai Elantra N impresses with its value and track-ready demeanor. It delivers an engaging driving experience and sharp handling, making it the underdog that punches well above its weight. If you're looking for performance on a budget without compromising on fun, the Elantra N is a strong contender. Finally, the Honda Civic Type R remains the benchmark for front-wheel drive performance. With its refined chassis, precise steering, and explosive power delivery, the Type R offers the most polished and mature driving experience of the trio. It's the go-to for those who want a car that excels both on the track and in everyday driving. In conclusion, your choice will ultimately depend on what you prioritize. The GR Corolla offers all-wheel drive thrills, the Elantra N offers maximum performance for dollar, and the Civic Type R is the all-rounder that sets the standard for the segment. Whichever you choose, it's going to be a rewarding experience.